It may shock you to hear this, but if you're seeing this right now, it's definitely no accident. You've been standing on the edge of a massive turning point. Something about the next few days is brimming with energy that's set to change everything. And if you watch at least 13 minutes, you prove you're ready for this revelation. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment 77 to show the universe you're open. Then leave another comment, ready for what's next, in your own natural voice. By doing so, you'll trigger immediate, tangible benefits and launch yourself into a new season of transformation. Chapter 1. You sense an unseen countdown. You might have felt restless these past weeks, as if a clock was ticking, but you couldn't see the face or hear the chimes. The air around you seems charged with potential, like lightning about to strike, and your spirit can't ignore it. There's a 3-day window on the horizon where you sense destiny pulling strings behind the curtain. As a chosen one, you've experienced these energies before. Small waves that hinted at bigger waves to come. But this time, the wave feels like a tsunami of change. Perhaps you've been daydreaming about sudden breakthroughs, an unexpected call from an influential person, a chance to shift your entire life direction, or even a massive emotional release that sets you free from old burdens. Because your intuition is strong, you can't just dismiss these visions as wishful thinking. The universe has a way of stirring your spirit ahead of time so you're not caught off guard. It's saying, prepare yourself. Something's coming. Despite the anticipation, part of you might remain skeptical. You've faced disappointments, times where you sensed a big shift, but only lukewarm outcomes. However, each of those near misses was actually training, refining your ability to interpret cosmic signals. Now you're more discerning, more attuned to God's timing. This moment doesn't carry the same hollow excitement you felt before. It feels heavier, more certain, like the calm before a thunderous storm. You also notice that people around you act strangely. Some appear on edge, as if they subconsciously feel that your orbit is about to expand. Others might treat you differently, unsure why their normal routines feel inadequate when you're around. They can't pinpoint it, but they sense something big is about to pop off in your life, and it ruffles them. This subtle tension serves as another clue that the universe is orchestrating a major shift. But you don't have to panic or run around trying to force events. As a chosen one, your role is to stay receptive. Let God handle the grand mechanics. If you sense an urge to pray more, meditate, or just create mental space to reflect, follow that impulse. This unseen countdown is a gift, letting you clear emotional clutter so you can step into the coming wave fully focused. The next few days are a window of preparation, and if you honor it, the shift that arrives will find you not just ready, but eager to co-create a reality that surpasses your past constraints. Chapter 2. Your past struggles prepared you for this. Before you reach this threshold, you might have endured seasons of intense trial, financial strains, betrayal from friends, or repeated setbacks that tested your faith. Each challenge felt like a cosmic weight pressing on your shoulders. Maybe you even prayed, God, why is this happening? All while feeling abandoned or punished. But hindsight reveals those struggles weren't punishment. They were training. You needed resilience for what's about to transpire, so each hardship served to fortify your character. During those low points, people might have questioned your dreams or even your sanity. Some told you to settle, to aim smaller. You might have lost allies who thought your vision too grand. Yet a spark within refused to extinguish. Over time, you realize that adversity carves out deeper wells of perseverance and faith. And now that strength is about to pay off. Because when the universe finally ushers in a major opportunity, only those tempered by hardship can sustain the blessings that follow. You might recall your darkest night. Maybe it was a lonely hospital stay, a crushing financial blow, or even spiritual confusion so thick you couldn't see a path forward. You wondered if you'd ever breathe easy again, but each time something within you refused to retreat. Whether it was raw survival instinct or a divine whisper, you pushed forward. This is precisely why you're on the brink of an epic shift. God saw you refuse to crumble, so he's setting the stage for you to rise. Think of your experiences as puzzle pieces that once felt unrelated. A toxic job taught you how to stand firm. A rocky relationship taught you how to recognize your worth. A health scare taught you to appreciate life's fragile nature. Now the universe is assembling those pieces into a cohesive mosaic that reveals your next mission. You see how your patience, your heartbreak, and your rebounds from despair form a perfect skill set for what's coming. This perspective shift, from seeing adversity as torment to seeing it as spiritual conditioning, empowers you to face new chapters with courage. Some chosen ones remain resentful about the pain they've borne, but you sense that resentment blocking further blessings. Instead, you integrate the lessons, releasing bitterness so your heart remains open to God's upcoming gifts. That's the posture that ensures your next 3 days and beyond hold breakthroughs you once only fantasized about. And the best part? The people who dismissed your struggles as weakness will stand in awe. They'll witness how your past hardships transformed you into a pillar of stability they can't match. This isn't about gloating. It's about confirming that no tear you shed went unnoticed by God. Each tear watered the seeds of your destiny, and now that harvest is ready. Your story proves that real growth is forged in the fire of trials, and those who endure become unstoppable force multipliers in the universe's grand design. Chapter 3. You're surrounded by signs and synchronicities. The moment a chosen one nears a major pivot, the environment lights up with signs, coincidences, repeated numbers, dreams, or random snippets of conversation that confirm your sense of expectation. Right now, you might be seeing repeated digits on clocks or license plates, or maybe a particular phrase keeps popping up in podcasts, commercials, and random dialogue. These synchronicities aren't accidental. That's the universe's gentle nudge saying, yes, you're on track. Don't doubt this shift. Pay attention to your dreams too. God sometimes bypasses your waking defenses by delivering messages in your sleep. You might experience vivid scenes that mirror your waking concerns or symbolic images that keep recurring. When you wake, an unusual calm or a sense of clarity can linger, urging you to trust that good news is on the horizon. The more you document these dreams, jotting them down quickly on your phone or a notepad, the more patterns you'll see, reinforcing your belief in the upcoming shift. Synchronicities can also manifest in random encounters. You might bump into someone who has the exact resource or information you've been seeking, or an old friend from your past resurfaces, offering an introduction or insight that cracks open your next level. People might comment, "Oh, that's such a coincidence." But you know better. As a chosen one, you sense the orchestrated nature behind these happy accidents, choreographed by forces beyond the usual scope of logic. However, cynics around you might dismiss these signs as meaningless. They might claim you're reading too much into trivial events. Don't internally absorb their skepticism. You're not forcing patterns. You're acknowledging the existence of a grand tapestry most people overlook. The reason these signs intensify just before major breakthroughs is that the universe wants to prepare your heart by affirming that you're not imagining things. These synchronicities settle your nerves, ensuring you don't self-sabotage at the 11th hour. Cherish each sign, no matter how small, but don't become fixated on deciphering every last detail. Sometimes the universe communicates simply to uplift you, to keep you in alignment. Overanalyzing can create anxiety. Instead, treat each sign like a guiding star. It reassures you that you're headed in the right direction. Your role is to remain open, flexible, and ready to act when intuition or external prompts signal. This is it. With so many cosmic cues flooding in, it's nearly impossible to remain in doubt. And that's precisely how the universe dissolves your final reservations, anchoring you in absolute faith, just days before your life catapults into a new dimension. Chapter 4. Your rising influence shakes people. When word starts spreading that you're on the brink of something big, be it a creative venture, a promotion, or an unexpected financial windfall, people in your circle sit up and take notice. News travels fast when it's attached to a chosen one's name. The excitement you exude becomes contagious. Some watchers cheer you on, seeing your success as inspiration for their own. Others, however. Chapter 4. Your rising influence shakes people. Some might feel unsettled, sensing their old dynamic with you is about to vanish. This tension arises because your stepping into a bigger role forces them to rethink their own limitations. For years, they pinned you into a certain category, maybe the nice one, the quiet one, or the struggling one. Now you're boldly breaking out, making their old assumptions null. They might attempt to undermine your confidence or downplay your achievements just to keep you from eclipsing them. But since your transformation is rooted in divine momentum, their efforts feel like hollow echoes. Behind this shifting dynamic, many also fear losing access to your talents and goodwill. If you ascend to new heights, they worry you'll no longer be as available to bail them out or handle tasks they neglected. Subconsciously, they sense you no longer need them in the same way. That recognition triggers insecurity in those who thrived on being a gatekeeper or an overseer of your life. The news about your imminent breakthrough jolts them because it proclaims your independence loud and clear. Oddly enough, this effect extends beyond your immediate circle. People who only know you through acquaintances or social media might share your updates with hushed whispers of awe or envy. Did you hear what they were about to do? That hush can turn into gossip or admiration, but either way, the conversation points to your rising influence. You transform from a familiar face into a name people discuss with excitement. This phenomenon, while initially unnerving, confirms that your path resonates far beyond your personal realm. Handling this attention calls for balance. God didn't elevate you to gloat or belittle others, but to demonstrate what's possible when faith and perseverance unite. You remain humble because the journey was never about flaunting your success. At the same time, you don't apologize for your progress. If you sense some are uncomfortable, you can offer encouragement, but you refuse to dim your light. Your stride only accelerates, fueled by the knowledge that each step you take might spark someone else's awakening. So yes, your rising influence can shake people who preferred you small, but that's part of the cost. Chosen ones inevitably cause ripples in the status quo. Some folks adapt and evolve with you, discovering new ways to support and celebrate your growth. Others fade away, anchored by jealousy or denial. Either way, your star is rising, and the universe is announcing it loudly, ensuring the energy aligns with your newfound sense of purpose. And as the ripples spread, more doors fling open, taking you beyond what any naysayer might have predicted. Chapter 5. You are protecting your energy like never before. With the seismic shift imminent and your name on people's lips, you can't afford to be careless about your emotional and spiritual energy. Every chosen one learns this lesson. The more your star rises, the more outsiders attempt to latch on for their own benefit. They might come masked as supportive well-wishers or distant friends who suddenly reappear, but your growth demands vigilance to sift genuine supporters from opportunists. You find yourself increasingly protective of your personal space. If certain gatherings or phone. Chapter 5. You are protecting your energy. Like never before, calls leave you drained, so you politely decline them. You realize that it's not about rudeness. It's about preserving the clarity that led you to this point. Overextending for people who only take fuels fatigue, which dulls your intuition. In contrast, investing time in quiet reflection, prayer, or joyous collaborations with real allies fortifies your spirit. This distinction between healthy connection and energetic drain has never felt clearer. As you set these boundaries, people accustomed to your constant availability may push back. Some label you as changed or even cold, failing to see the spiritual necessity behind your shift. You no longer sugarcoat your no because you've outgrown the anxiety of people-pleasing. If it causes tension, so be it. That tension is a small price to pay for the peace and discernment you must maintain. Because you know the blessings heading your way require focus. Not everyone can be privy to your next moves. Protecting your energy also extends to social media. Where you once might have shared every update or personal struggle, you now exercise discretion. You sense that not every viewer is cheering for you. Some lurk, waiting for vulnerabilities to exploit or feed their gossip. So you post strategically, mindful that God's plan for you doesn't need constant broadcasting. In this new era, letting your results speak resonates more than words. Additionally, consider the swirl of spiritual energies around you. People might project envy or negativity without even realizing it. You guard your mind by regularly cleansing through prayer, meditation, or simple gratitude rituals. Each cleansing reaffirms that no external weight can cling to you unless you allow it. This awareness keeps your spirit poised for the unexpected leaps these next days may bring. By devoting yourself to this energetic hygiene, you pave the runway for massive takeoff. A chosen one weighed down by others' baggage can't soar far. Liberated from manipulative demands, you can notice the universe's signs more sharply, interpret your dreams more accurately, and relish the upcoming surge of good fortune with an unburdened heart. When your energy is aligned and shielded, you stand ready to make the most of every open door, every new contact, every cosmic nudge that says, go forward. You were meant for this. Chapter 6. Your faith is the anchor for this 3-day shift. As the countdown to the shift intensifies, doubts might flare up. Am I really about to elevate this drastically? Could I be making a big deal out of nothing? But your faith keeps these doubts at bay. You've been psyched before, times where breakthroughs felt close but fizzled out. Yet in those moments, you might not have had the spiritual maturity you hold now. God has shaped your faith not as a fleeting emotion, but as a stable anchor you can rely on when the tides swell. Faith doesn't mean ignoring realities or turning naive. Rather, it means standing in conviction that the universe orchestrates events beyond what your current eyes can see. Each sign or synchronicity that crosses your path reaffirms, yes, your spirit is correct to anticipate big news. Even small confirmations matter. Maybe you unexpectedly see references to your dream job in random places, or you hear mention of an opportunity that parallels your prayed-for scenario. Chapter 6. Your faith is the anchor for this 3-day shift. In these affirmations, your faith blossoms further. You also recall times in your past where faith propelled you from near defeat to a miraculous turnaround. That memory alone can quell new anxieties. Maybe it was that last-minute scholarship or the final-hour help that rescued your family from a crisis. Each recollection whispers that the same God who came through then hasn't vanished. If anything, He's even more present as you approach a new apex. Leaning on this record of divine intervention cements your calm expectancy. That calm expectancy also shapes your posture in social settings. While others chase or grasp anxiously, you wait with quiet confidence. This ironically draws more opportunities your way, because people respect someone who doesn't scramble out of desperation. Your aura of quiet faith signals self-possession, a quality that resonates strongly with mentors, gatekeepers, or even future collaborators who prefer to engage with individuals who exude stability. Should any final obstacles emerge, your faith lens transforms them from impassable walls into stepping stones. A last-minute cancellation or a seemingly harsh rejection might initially sting, but faith assures you that a better alignment awaits. Because you refuse to see adversity as final defeat, the universe weaves even your roadblocks into the next open door. That's how chosen ones navigate storms. They see them as preludes to clearing skies. Ultimately, the next 3 days represent a divine window, a condensed timeline where faith speeds up manifestation. Each hour can carry more weight than a typical day. If you remain aligned, the universe can shift your reality swiftly. People call it luck, but you know it's the synergy of trust, readiness, and God's perfect orchestration. In your unwavering stance of faith, you stand perched on the cusp of extraordinary developments, prepared to watch the news about you go crazy, just as your intuition has been whispering all along. Chapter 7. You are about to step into high visibility. Everything you sensed, this unstoppable wave of transformation, culminates in one undeniable reality. You're moving into a phase of high visibility. This isn't just about social media followers or job promotions. It's a spiritual unveiling where your gifts, resilience, and authenticity command attention across spheres you never anticipated. For a long time, you did your work in relative obscurity, quietly honing your craft or healing from your traumas. Now God is orchestrating events so that your name, your story, or your impact becomes impossible to overlook. Though the steps you've taken might have seemed small at times, each one contributed to a cosmic tapestry now revealing its vibrant colors. The alignment you sense is not random. It's the universe unveiling your divine trajectory. In many ways, this visibility is the universe's way of saying, we want your light to be seen so others can find hope. Chosen ones often prefer to stay out of the spotlight. You're humble enough not to crave endless applause. Yet your humility and diligence are precisely why the spotlight suits you best. You won't let it inflate your ego or distort your mission. Instead, you'll harness it to spread messages of encouragement, ushering in changes that uplift communities and individuals alike. And in these times where superficial pursuits often overshadow deeper truths, your ability to bring heartfelt sincerity stands out. You've never been one to chase fleeting validation, and that genuine stance resonates widely. As you ascend to this new platform, expect both applause and critique. Some will celebrate your emergence, testifying that your journey inspires them to chase their own transformations. Others, threatened by your brilliance, might attempt to tear you down or question your authenticity. But you're far too grounded in divine assurance to be swayed by either flattery or slander. Your anchor lies in the knowledge that you're fulfilling a spiritual assignment, not chasing ephemeral fame. Yet remember, applause is a double-edged sword. While it can affirm your progress, it can also tempt you to shift focus from your divine essence. Stay anchored. The real reward lies in living your truth wholeheartedly. With visibility also comes new responsibilities. You may receive an influx of messages, people yearning for guidance, collaborations, or support. Setting boundaries here is crucial. If you try to fix every person's problem single-handedly, you'll burn out. So trust your intuition to discern which requests align with your calling and which are diversions. By staying in your lane, you keep the door open for deeper impact where it genuinely counts, without spreading yourself thin. In this period, you'll discover that not every plea for help or partnership is meant for you to accept. Sometimes the greatest act of compassion is directing others to find their own inner resources. Finally, prepare emotionally for the breakthroughs that high visibility can trigger. Dreams you shelved or doubts you carried might resurface, testing your readiness. But this time, you're equipped with the fortitude forged from your earlier trials. Lean on God for clarity in each step, ensuring you don't sabotage your momentum by succumbing to old insecurities. Instead, let those vulnerabilities be the background proof of how far you've come. As these possibilities bloom, your emotional landscape may shift unpredictably. One moment, you might feel triumphant, and the next, a lingering doubt could surface. Embrace each wave as part of your evolving spiritual journey. So yes, the spotlight is shifting your way. Your quiet days of unrecognized perseverance will soon become a testament to the power of faith and resilience. People will wonder how you soared so quickly, but you'll know it wasn't sudden. It was the fruit of seeds you nurtured, seasons you endured, and a tenacious trust in a calling bigger than personal gain. Step into this high visibility with humility, strength, and unwavering gratitude. Because once the world sees you in this new light, there's no going back. You've stepped onto a stage set by divine hands, and your performance will be nothing short of life-changing, for you and for everyone who witnesses it. Let gratitude guide your every move, reminding you that this level of prominence is not about self-glorification, but about shining a beacon for those still wandering.